what's the feedback from the employers? How do they take this?
So the employers are overwhelmingly positive feedback. And again, it depends on the employer. You know, some employers, I'll be honest, they come to your career fairs and they're not that, you'll see, they're actually not that motivated. They're just there. They don't, we've had some of the employers that come to Monrovia, they come and then afterwards, the counselors will tell us, oh, they'll never hire any of the students, they just show up for the job fairs. I'm sure some of you guys have this. We want to filter those employers out, honestly. They're just wasting your time and the students' time. But overwhelmingly, the employers who are the best employers for this are the employers who are actively seeking candidates, because we've had employers who, they say, as soon as that pre-screen is over, we want you to send us our phone number to all the candidates so that they can schedule an interview that day. When we do on-campus events, when we tell them on-campus events, like, hey, these are the days that the CNA classes are held. We'll have employers that book events 3 weeks out. You know, 3 straight weeks. They're like, we want to go back to the class 3 weeks every time the students are back in session. Because we want to remind them that we're here. Once they graduate, we'll hire them.
So the pre-screening on the app, are those questions that the employer gives you? And then, so I guess, and then for ELL, a teacher can if you have a preview of what those questions are to give to the teacher so that they can prepare the student?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, so actually, we can do both. Right now, initially, a lot of the employers are like, they look at the way that our AI screening wasn't working, and they said, no, we're fine with your AI screening. It asks the right questions. Some of the other ones were like, no, we have these 2 specific requirements. Let's add these questions in. So we added those in. So it's actually a hybrid approach. And then for your teachers, yeah, that's not we're actually coming up with the teacher version of the preview. So they can actually see the way that students are responding on the chats as well in their class. But that's a great point. We should actually just give them all the questions in advance, and maybe they can start prepping.
Yeah.
How many different CTE programs, or how many is that CTE programs?
Yeah, what different industries are we focused on? The app is, yeah, definitely healthcare, because that is where our consortium is focused with CNAs, pharmacy technicians, medical assistants. So those, that healthcare sector is very prevalent. But we also have a construction training. There's construction across adult education schools. So there's efforts to work with construction employers. Right now we're really asking Ali and Amir to focus on computer technician jobs, because we have an A+ certification, taking the TIA 1100 and 1101, and finding those computer technician jobs are more difficult. But I think part of the architecture's there. They're just building out to different industries, and I think Ali can talk about what that roadmap looks like.
Yeah, the app itself is agnostic. We can onboard any type of job. Honestly, like we just onboarded our first ESL class a few months ago. ESL students, in a lot of cases, are looking for jobs. You know, even though they don't fall under CTE, and ESL isn't something that you have to report on. But a lot of the ESL students are looking for jobs. So when we went to the job fair recently in Monrovia, we looked for entry-level jobs, and we actually asked the employers, hey, are you open to hiring ESL learners who have a basic level of English? They're like, yeah, of course, we have a warehouse. Yeah, we'll hire them. So we're putting those jobs into the app as well.
So they're trying to expand.
So you can adapt to whatever.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I will say,
That it's been great working with them, because it's like, I go, I need this, and then suddenly it appears. Well, you should talk to this, why don't you talk to, I need these employers, and then suddenly they're talking to them.
How much does that cost them?
Spoiler alert! We're back to that question.
So we know that Indeed doesn't work. We know that our students are not getting responses. We know that the hurdles to go ahead and simply apply and then continue communication with an employer that has little to no response is very discouraging, and really just does not improve their confidence at all. And it also doesn't improve our confidence as educators in the classroom. When you're instructing 24 individuals to go ahead and do it, you just got to do it, and then nobody gets a response, it's deflating across the board. So what really makes you different compared to Indeed? I don't quite see that yet.
I'll take that. Actually, that's a very good question. I'm glad you asked that. So one of the key data points that we judge our employers that are on our platform is that they have to reply either yes or no to the student within 10 days.
7 days.
7 days, no? You kept it tight. So it's 7 days. If they don't, they get off our platform. Just to let you know, if it's CVS, then it's CVS's branch, which is in that area, posting that job that we offboard, know the whole CVS. So for example, CVS is one of our employers. So that's what we do. So that's what makes us different. Is that though employers are the biggest source of revenue for us, but we don't give them preference if they don't do their part. They have to kind of step in. So does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a lot of questions. So